Hi, I'm Brian. Thanks for checking out my lessons. I'm a guitar teacher in Hayward, California. I can be found at myspace.com/BrianButtsGuitar and on iSchools. So check out iSchools.com for more lessons, more teachers, and more knowledge. I wrapped up my last lesson by talking about a Beatles tune and how we can use different open chords to be used in songs. How we went through all the different open chords of like E major, and E minor, A minor, D major, C major, and G major. And hopefully you're starting to become comfortable with these, more and more comfortable with these fingerings and these ideas and how they feel, how they sound, but how you can use them in different musical context, and hopefully having fun. Hopefully you like the way these you can start to write your own songs using these chords, or hang out with friends and start to apply these in different contexts. So we've been doing a lot of work with the open chords and things like that, but there are a lot of electric guitar players out there who might be wanting to get more of that hard rock sound, or that the crunchier kinds of chords you might see in rock or hard rock. And I think it's a good way to get acquainted with these ideas. It's with the tune by Deep Purple, the Smoke on the Water. Now that may seem like a lot for first picking up the guitar and not seeing those unusual shapes before, because I haven't demonstrated them before. But essentially, what I'm using is a movable chord called the power chord. Music, a power chord is a pitch and the interval of a fifth above it. For instance, G to D. These ideas are performed on the guitar by it's movable chord. When I say it's movable, I mean you can take the same shape and play it anywhere, and it will still be considered a power chord. So for instance, a G power chord can be fingered by placing your index finger on the 3rd fret of the E string and taking your ring finger and placing it on the 5th fret of the D string. Should sound something like this. Now this is also the first chord of Deep Purple's Smoke on the Water. So, now that we know this fingering, we can play it anywhere and it'll be a power chord. For instance, the 5th fret, 6th fret, 7th fret, 8th fret, just maintaining that my fingers are in the right shape, because it might be easy to lose your fingering. I've heard a lot of people come in, they're just learning the power chord and they're kind of still trying to figure out, but make sure it's got that open 5th sound. In fact, it might be a good idea to just practice it in one place before you try to move it anywhere else, just to make sure the tone is right. See how it feels on your fingers, get the sound, get comfortable and get familiar. Once you become comfortable, we can then start to apply it in other places. The next chord in the Deep Purple song is the power chord on the 6th fret. So far we have taking this chord structure and moving it up further to the 8th fret. We begin to see the song start to come together. So we have power chord on 3rd fret, power chord on 6th fret, power chord on 8th fret, and then we repeat it, but instead of going to the 8th fret, we go to the 9th fret, slide down to the 8th fret. So far we have and then we repeat 6, 8, 6, 3. Now you might notice my right hand technique, I'm using my thumb. There's a lot of different varieties of right hand technique that might help you texture these chords differently, get a different sound. For instance, if we go back to the open chords, we can use different finger picking techniques. A lot of times you'll see in books that they will give your fingers each a number. For instance, your index finger is generally 1, your middle finger is usually 2, your ring finger is usually 3, and your pinky is usually 4. And then the thumb is usually indicated with a T or a P, depending on what book you're reading in. But a lot of classical guitars will indicate thumb with a P. It's good practice. For instance, if I say to place finger 1 on the G string, finger 2 on the B string, and finger 3 on the E string, and then arpeggiate it, you can begin to start to practice with your fingers the different picking styles. Then you can begin to add your thumb. Alternating with those fingers just to get a crisp, clean cut sound. When you're first starting, you might take you a while to get those sounds down right and become comfortable with your fingers. Another way to give more texture to these chords that we've learned is to use different rhythmic variations of strumming. For instance, what I'm doing there with my right hand is down, 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 up, down. And if you're using a pick, it's all in the motion of your wrists. Remember how to hold a pick. Let's say down, 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 up, down. And that's just one rhythmic variation. There's thousands you can do, and on thousands of the chords, This one here is down, up, down, 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 up, down, down. And I'm just voicing a G open chord here. And you can do that with the power chords we've been learning also. So as you can see, you just in one aspect of guitar playing can change the entire sound of everything. What your right hand does, what your left hand does, what different chords you're coming up with. The guitar is just extremely, is capable of such a vast variety of sounds and ideas. A good place to start looking for outside sources is some bugs. This is Aaron Shearer's classical guitar technique. This will help you learn classical guitar, which is more along the lines of reading standard notation, which it'll go and help you learn how to do that. It'll talk about growing out your nails a little bit to, get the classical sound, what your fingers mean, exercises and building your finger picking, reading music, chord voicings, and fun pieces. There are some really good classical guitar pieces in here that are really easy and sound great and can build up your classical guitar technique, which ultimately helps your rock and jazz technique. The other method I've come across, which I think is very good, is William Levitt, the Guitar Volume 1 here. This is more of a, this is designed more for technique building.
Why you want to tell them something? And your side drive.
Yeah.
This is William Levitt's guitar method. It's used for the Berklee College of Music guitar program. It's got a lot of good sight reading, technique building, used for rock, pop, classical. It's really good book. It'll get you sight reading in no time. So as a way to close things up, I thought it would be a good idea to help further your understanding of chord voicings. I thought I would play another song using the chords we've learned, and that is the Eagles' Hotel California. And that starts with a B minor, F sharp major, A major, E major, G major, D major. The only chord we're not familiar with is the B minor, which is, if you remember our C sharp minor voicing, move everything down to the 2nd fret. The result is as follows. If in case you're uncertain of any of these chord voicings or where to find some of these songs, there's a couple places online such as azchords.com, ultimateguitar.com, where you can find lots of resources for tablature, charts, songs like these, lyrics, and before you know it, you'll be playing songs in no time. Thanks for watching my video. I'm Brian Butts. I'm a guitar teacher in Hayward. I can be found at myspace.com/BrianButtsGuitar. It's BrianButts guitar, one word. And I can be found at ischools.com with a load of other resources on any subject. Thanks for watching.